Here in the north, the Yaller horn is about to sound and send two teams to battle here at US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Coming up, we have a good one for you between the Baltimore Ravens and the Minnesota Vikings. Tyler Loop is out and about ready to send this one away. And off we go from Minneapolis. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. Running for the first time with Joe Mixon. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL. But it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Run lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun. Here's Murray. Grabbed by Jordan Addison. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. Give him 13 on that play. And the Vikings are going to have a first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Run on first down. Here's Murray. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Roquan Smith with the pick. And the Ravens are going to have it after his second interception of the season. When you are facing a top 10 defense, you don't expect to wait long to see him make an impact, partner, and it only took him one drive here.
Yep, this group, they didn't get that top ranking by sitting back and letting the game come to them. They get it by attacking the ball.
First snap, and Lamar's going to throw. His first throw is an interception. And the Vikings are going to have it after his second interception of the season. Well, for their sake, partner, I sure hope the rest of their pass attempts this game go a whole lot better than that, because it is pretty clear this defense came to play.
Well, I can promise you this, Kate, nowhere on that opening script does the word interception ever appear. You never want to see an INT. Now they're going to have to flush it. That's the key here for this quarterback in the offense. Got to flush that mistake and press on ahead.
Murray here on first down. Gets him on the quick hitter. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2.
Hey. Green.
Hold the look.
From the gun, it's Murray. Diving in the close. They see he caught it. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. It's like you always say, right back to work for him. Getting the drive moving like that turnover never happened.
And they weren't going to shy away from letting him do his thing, throwing the football. Mistakes happen in this league and in this game, and you never want to punish a quarterback for making a mistake. You want to see him continue to produce.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Kyler to throw. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. Now this is the dreaded sight anytime there's a sack. He's hurting after taking that hit, and they're going to get out there to check on him. Following the sack needs some positive yards here. It is 2nd down and 18. Now it's McCarthy. Completes downfield to Felton. He does it. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive.
I know you got to mix your looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with the receiver, with that kind of speed, that is scary, and he just made him pay.
Now it's Will Reichert on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Vikings will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Has this at the 6. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And he's well across the 45, almost all the way to midfield before going out.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Throwing this one back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Now we'll pause. The officials want to take a good look at this and confirm it was indeed a touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is
Coming in from the right, and they blocked it! They blocked it! Ooh, and I think he envisioned this one going all the way back for 2, but they're able to track him down and limit the damage to just that blocked kick. The good news here, this is one kick that can't be blocked as he sends this away. Ty Felton here to return it. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Vikings to the line now. Here's 1st and 10. Murray from the pistol. He lays out over the middle to bring that one in. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
On 1st and 10, it's Murray. He's trying to lay this one in deep down the right side. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
With how hard it is to get an open look downfield, can't let the coverage off the hook with the drop. Saw open space, started running before he was able to watch the ball into his hands.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 36. Murray. Trying to set up the screen for Mixon. They're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Okay, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Now Murray on 3rd and long. It's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. Trying to find Justin Jefferson. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
Tendencies tend to show themselves, Kate, and really come to life on 3rd downs. Right? They want to go to their best receiver. Defense knows it. They know that tendency. They double it, and they make the play.
Now on 4th down, one of the greats, Johnny Hecker, out to punt this away. And we'll see how his debut offering goes. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. He's got it at the 24. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
First and 10 from the 32.
Hey, middle. What? You.
Lamar now from the gun. Escapes out to the left. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield.
It's a gain of
Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. A gain of 16 yards. 1st down, Ravens.
Go ahead. Hey, report.
1st down throw for Jackson. Good strike downfield to Lane. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's going to be a Baltimore 1st. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunk of yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
13. For him. Hey. Go.
1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Knocked away, and that's going to be incomplete. Defender there, which brings up 2nd down.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
Chance here for one final play before the end of our quarter.
Go.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Receive isn't going to be answered. That's incomplete as an exciting look ends our 1st quarter. So they'll get to scheme about this 3rd down call for a bit. That brings us to the end of 1. The Vikings have played to an early lead. More from U.S. Bank Stadium after the break. Back at beginning of the 2nd quarter, Ravens in possession. They'll need a big play to continue a nice drive. It's 3rd and very long.
Yo. 180. Ready, shot.
To the air on 3rd and long. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it. But it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down.
I'll say, Kate, that defense looked even better, sharper on third down than they did on second. They played that one so tight there was no window to throw.
And on 4th and 10, they aren't moving. They're going for this. Now they send their back in motion right. 4th down, here's Jackson. Forced out to his right. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Now begin with a run by Mixon. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Could lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find him an aggressive call on second.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Hits his running back. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45. Gain of 9 yards on the play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
1st and 10, Murray. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's taken down quickly. Nicely done by the defense. But the catch does get him to the 39-yard line. That play good for 17 and a 1st down. Double coverage deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
Here's Murray, 1st and 10. Hits him on the out route. And this play is nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st down.
Well, things weren't about to end after the first hit or the second. This tight end had a vision for what he wanted to happen after the catch, and he was going to take on all comers to try to make it a reality.
It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. They're on him behind the line, and the give to the receiver doesn't work.
on the stop. A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 29-yard line.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Here's Murray. No fine in his back. Nixon. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about the rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Again, it's Murray to throw. Really fired that one, but they couldn't connect. Ty Felton, the intended target. And that'll bring up 4th and 3.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and incomplete.
That field goal unit is still on the sidelines. They are going for this. They snap it to Murray. And it's incomplete. They titled up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10.
Get hot, hot. Get hot. 180. 180. Nice shot. Middle, middle. Hey.
Now here's Lamar. And this play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
All set to go now from the 35. Hill now from the gun. Breaks through and breaks away. Inside the 30. And he will carry this across for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens get some late points in the lead. Here's Luke for the point after.
For the extra point.
And this one thankfully not off the mark. He gets it to go.
Makes the score Ravens 13, Vikings 7. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Felton now to return this. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Minnesota into formation. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there. That brings up 2nd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Here's 2nd and 10 from the 21. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to force him out just before he can get to the 35. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Short pass brought in. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
Dude, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Back to the air, McCarthy. Finds a seam down the middle. Down to the 10. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings get a late score and tie it before the half. Jordan Addison, the touchdown. Record there to tack on the extra point. And they'll take the lead. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. On the return, here comes Justice Hill. He's brought down just inside the 25.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Andrews has it, working downfield. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line.
That's good for a Baltimore first down. A gain of 34 yards. First down, Ravens.
First down, here's Lamar. Escapes the pocket. He takes it himself. And they drop him with a big hit, but that's going to sting worse for the defense. A big gain, and the chain's moving too.
That's another Baltimore first down. A 28-yard
On first and 10, it's Jackson.
First down.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens take the lead just before halftime.
Touchdown, Baltimore.
Now, this is something we've been monitoring, and it's actually happened for just the third time ever. A player has caught 20 touchdowns in a single season as he joins a couple of the greatest to do it, Jerry Rice and Randy Moss, in this exclusive club. No stranger to this in his career, Brock. John Harbaugh wants his offense to tack on two more.
Will line up for the two-point conversion.
Jackson's throwing for it. And the conversion is no good as that pass falls incomplete.
You know, no sense in piling on. Pretty clear for everybody to see. He knows he should have had that one. Just didn't watch it in the whole way. And it leaves 2 points on the table.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Felton now to return this. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
This time I'm taking what's mine. Like a long-lost out west outlaw out of his mind. I'm riding into town.
It's first and 10 for their final drive of the half. We've got 23 seconds remaining.
Let's go now. Panther 60. Panther 1918.
McCarthy looking to throw. And he's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So second down now after the incompletion.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
So at the 20, here's second and 10.
Let's go. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
Now McCarthy. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play. Thumbs up, empty on that one. So they're left facing third and long.
Okay, we've seen this running back pretty busy here early on in the passing game, and not just with checkdowns. You can tell this is going to be part of the game plan, and I don't think one incompletion here to him is going to deter that effort.
Ready? 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
McCarthy throwing on third down. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining.
Kate, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. You're going to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out how in the heck do we turn this around.
Ball taken in at the 36. All right, so they're only going to have enough time for one more snap here before we reach halftime.
First and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
This is going to be the play that takes us to halftime.
Come on. 180. That's a lot. 180. That's you at X. Yeah. Hey, Ozzy. Check out.
He'll throw it. Look at this first play, and he's going for it. Intercepted in the end zone. Byron Murphy picks it. And the Vikings watch as the return goes out of bounds, bringing us to the end of our first half.
For the Vikings.
Here's Reichard set to kick this away. Hill now to return it. And they've got a long field ahead, Brock. They got to him early, and they laid a big hit on him.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Baltimore offense to the line now. First and 10. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And this winds up being an excellent play for him from deep in their own territory, up approaching that 30-yard line. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Running once more with Henry. And he hurries forward here for a 9-yard gain. Second down coming up.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, the ground game becomes your best friend. The centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
Less than a ruler needed here on second down. Another run for Henry. And he stopped him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. Third down coming up. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number one is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Turning to Henry on third. He's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the first down.
Yeah, I get it. Fans will measure a running back's merit by touchdowns, yards, fantasy football world we live in. But as coaches and teammates, Kate, they want something a little bit more. They want to see plays like that. A guy who will always get the short yards in a critical spot like that.
Hey, Alpha, sit up! Sit up! Hey, sit up! Middle. Hey.
Pistol snap to Jackson. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. This is caught inside the 15. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens grow the lead coming out of halftime.
There are a couple different ways now you can win on a fly route. You can just run right by somebody, or you can use that big body, try to win a one-on-one matchup. Whatever way you go about it, well, this is the type of upside this route can provide.
Here's Luke for the point after. Oh, it's a fake. Looks like the lateral goes haywire. Live ball. And the fumble recovery is made. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Now, hold on a second. We've got a Raven hurting pretty good out there. They're going to head out to look at him.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. On the return, here's Miles Price. Showing a little burst so far. And a great opportunity for this offense. He's out of bounds all the way up at the 40-yard line.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's first and 10. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Still at the 40 here, 2nd and 10. Nixon on the counter. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Long-time standout, Calais Campbell there for the stop.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door. Bigger gap in the future.
3rd down, line to gain 9 yards out.
I got you. Wrap up, lady. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Nate Wiggins has got it. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up, 1st and 10. Lamar now from the gun. Complete, Derrick Henry. And he'll get this through the midfield stripe and starts pushing into Vikings territory.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the gun, Jackson. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Thought he had a touchdown there. So it's going to be 3rd and short coming up.
You know, that type of play is so doggone impressive, not just because it saves a touchdown. He had timed that perfectly to knock it free without drawing a flag or letting him establish possession for the score.
Jackson on 3rd and 1. Touch, this is Lane. And he's taken down at the 30. Offensive line fast.
First down. A gain of 15. First down, Ravens.
On 1st down, Jackson. And the deep ball falls incomplete.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit. Okay, you get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
Watch out. 180. Hey, report. You at X.
Jackson's going to throw again. Pass it down close. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
180.
Lamar's going to keep this one. And he's in for the touchdown. The Ravens parlay the interception into points. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. His 4th total score of the game. Here's Luke for the point after. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. Well, you can't do that. Got to avoid hitting the kicker. And because of that, the kickoff will be coming from midfield.
Kickoff for Baltimore.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Felton now to return this. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10.
Ready? 60.
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Throwing the outlet out complete. He's going to be brought down right at the 35. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle, they showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Let's go. 70 Timber. You. Ready?
Here's McCarthy, first and 10. Right side, this is into the hands of Felton. He's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. Second down.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Five still to go here. This is second down.
60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Ready? Cowboy 80. Ready?
From the shotgun, McCarthy. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw, but it's incomplete.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down.
Let's go now. Bronco 80. Go.
Again, McCarthy to throw. That is once again incomplete, and consecutive incompletions have now pushed them to fourth down.
I know that you and I love, Kate, looking at plays, discussing them, and all the different outlets and checkdowns, and usually there's a completion to be had. Not against this defense. Not on that one.
Full quarter to go, but they feel like they got to make their move now. They are going for this.
Cougar 19.
They are going for it. McCarthy. That's cut and tried by Addison. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line.
13 yards on the play.
That excitement brings us to the end of the quarter. They'll have a shiny new set of downs to play with to start the fourth. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the fourth quarter. Here's first and 10 from the 47.
Come on. Set. Viking 18. Check go.
Another throw here for McCarthy. He steps in and makes the interception. Picked off. That's Teddy Buchanan. And the Ravens are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
We're watching the defense not just generate turnovers, but really add to them. A return like that, think about it. That's 4 or 5 plays that you just saved your offense from as they try to make that interception, yet another one, count.
A designed run. Jackson keeping it. Only able to get back to the line on that first down play, so no gain.
This offense has now left some ground to make up a little bit here on second down. After that drive starts, it's a very minimal gain.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down.
Hey, Alpha, sit up. Sit up.
He gives to Henry on the inside handoff. And he's taken down as they very quickly get into first and goal.
Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
At the 6-yard line.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal.
180. Sit up. 180. Sit up.
They'll run here with Henry. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Just everybody in the huddle on the sidelines. Sure wanted a little bit more from that run, but you didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot, and can't wait to see what they do here on 2nd and goal.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. Jackson keeping it himself. And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. Just a couple on that play. It's going to be 3rd and goal.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you've kind of set yourself up. Actually, you've set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
Offense is getting closer, but 2 yards left to figure out. It's 3rd and goal.
180. What is it? Report. 180. What is it?
Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Vikings are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. Well, how quickly things can change. They were looking so good just a couple of plays ago, and suddenly, not anymore. A red zone look comes up empty with that interception.
I think the pressure got to him there, Kate. And I don't even mean all those pass rushers, although they were certainly coming too. I mean the pressure of being 3rd down in the red zone. That's where you got to slow yourself down as a quarterback and know you've got to simply protect the football.
Here's Murray, 1st and 10. This is Jefferson, and he's got it. And he's going to have this one up to about the 17-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Can't connect on the throw to his running back. That's an incomplete pass. Takes him to 2nd down.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit, Kate. You got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Go get him.
2nd and 10 now. Murray to throw. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches. That heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. 3rd and long for him here. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he will get to that 30-yard line before they stop him. Give him 13 on that play. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Back to the air, Murray. No finding his back, Nixon. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8, 2nd down.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Another throw coming from Murray. Makes the throw in bounds left side. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
First and 10 now from the 46. Again, it's Murray to throw. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for Justin Jefferson on that throw. So it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket. Genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
1-1. 2-2. Hot. Hey, shit. Hey, watch him right here. Go. Come on.
Throwing again, Murray. Throw left side, brought in by Hopkinson. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
And the Vikings, first down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Hey. Watch the edge. Ball back. 1-1. 2-2.
1st and 10, Murray. Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. Nate Wiggins has got it. And the Ravens will get him back with some time to work with. We reached the 2-minute warning.
I'll hear a lot of defensive coordinators say you've got to earn the right to rush the passer by doing work on the early downs. You know what this is, Kate? They've earned the right to be aggressive defensively with the work they did through 3 quarters, and this defense is cutting it loose.
He's going to have about 2. It's 2nd down now. And right away we get a timeout from the defense. 1:51 to go.
Brings up 2nd and
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3-and-out.
And it's a nice gain on the run, aided by that broken tackle. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps these drive moving.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, no, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's going to be Baltimore first.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the game they did.
And he's going to be across midfield with a gain of 5 on that play.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they had the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Oh, Gronk, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Taking a shot deep here. He's got it inside the 10. And they get to him before he can reach the end zone, Brock. No touchdown on our final play. This game is over. So the Ravens will fly home with the win. Well, Brock, I think it's safe to say that the top-ranked defense in the NFL probably going to take a couple of hits to its status after this one. We have not seen an opponent score against them like this very often, if at all, this season.
Yeah, I think what it shows you, too, Kate, is even for an elite defense, there's still holes and weaknesses to be found and taken advantage of.
Yeah.
Took a whole bunch of effort, some great masterful game planning, but this offense found ways to score against a pretty salty defensive unit.
So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner, Brock Heward, and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are your winners as we bid you farewell from Minneapolis.